Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? Today, I have something a little different for you. For a while, I've been conflicted, tossing around in my head whether I should keep this channel all music. For a while, that's what I decided for a while, because most of the viewers come from music stuff. And I'm like, I really have the bug to do gaming videos again. Should I make a new channel or what? And ultimately, it came back to the fact that I named this channel my name for a reason. It wasn't Zach Archer Music, it wasn't Zach Archer Reactions. It's just Zach Archer. So I do stuff on videos on stuff that I love. So I'm going to try out this new series. It's called The Book of Backlog, as you can see from the title. And what does that mean? If you don't know, a backlog is something that's a log of things you have backed up. And particularly, it's usually used in recent times, used in reference to video games. I have a backloggery account, which is all about tracking your video game collection, how many you've beaten, and whatnot. But what I've done here is the insane choice I've made to write down every game that I haven't beaten. It's hard to show this properly, but the list goes on and on. Okay, it's not exactly every game, but it's just everyone I'd be semi-willing to do at least. There are some bad games in here, for sure. There's some great games in here also, for sure. But to try in hopes of keeping things interesting, and also canceling out the possibility of, just getting stuck with awful games and being miserable the whole time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 games that I'm going to be choosing, and each week I'll be tracking my progress, whether I've made any progress or no progress. And, we'll see whether I succeed or not will be evident based on that. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe Saturdays I'll post it, or maybe just one of the weekend days, because it doesn't really matter when I post it, just when I film it. I'll film it every Thursday, so definitely one of the weekend days I'll post it. But there are 386 options, and this ranges from PS4, Wii U, Wii, GameCube, all the way down to PS1. It's I didn't include like Super Nintendo games and a couple others just for now. But there's always room to change the rules in the future. But to decide the 2 games I'm going to be playing, it's a simultaneous thing. Like, I can choose to focus all my attention on one at a time, or I could alternate between them throughout the weeks. But there'll be 2 I'm with, and then when I beat one gets swapped out with another. But I'll be randomizing to get 5 choices, and then out of that 5 I'll pick my first game. I'll randomize for another 5, and out of that 5 I'll pick my second. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because I can do it a variety of ways. I could pick a game that I just really want to play if it comes up. I could pick a game that's really easy to beat if it comes up, and then I'll keep track of all the games I beat throughout the series. It'll be interesting to follow, if I beat any. Hopefully I can at least stick it out to beat 1 game. Alright, so I'm randomizing from 1 to 386, and I'll get my options. My first option is Tomb Raider Legend on the GameCube. Okay, and my second option, The Warriors PlayStation 2. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube. And lastly, Harvest Moon Another Wonderful Life on GameCube. Wow. So, my choices for my first of the 2 games that I'll be playing are Tomb Raider Legend on the GameCube, The Warriors on the PlayStation 2, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube, and Harvest Moon Another Wonderful Life on the GameCube. Wow, these are actually really good choices, honestly. I can't really complain with these choices. And here's the thing. I could see myself reasonably beating the top 4. But I'm so drawn to Harvest Moon Another Wonderful Life because I've never beaten a Harvest Moon game. And if I could actually motivate myself to play a Harvest Moon game, and right at this present time, I'm really like, ooh, I want to play Harvest Moon now. Harvest Moon Another Wonderful Life is the female version of Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. So it's just a female protagonist instead of a male protagonist, and you have the guy, the bachelors instead. Which, I mean, I've played Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, the male version, so many times. Still never beat it, but so many times, and this is a tough choice because Harvest Moon, if I pick Harvest Moon, it will be in this series forever. Like, even if I stick with it consistently, it'll take a long time to get through. But I mean, that might be cool to have a simulation game on top of the other game that I have. But I've tried playing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, going back to it and working through that. I just never stick with it. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I could definitely see myself going through. Tomb Raider, The Warriors, I could do all those. You know what? I'm going to give myself a challenge. I'm going to pick Harvest Moon: Another Wonderful Life as my first of the 2 games I'm working on. Now, hopefully I get just as good choices for my second game, because that will be the one I'll probably hopefully be able to switch out and make more progress on. And this one will be on the side, kind of constantly looming over me now that I think of it. Alright. Let's see what my next choices are. This is for my second game in the rotation. Alright. Hitman Contracts, PlayStation 2. Mucha Lucha, Masqueridas of the Lost Code on GBA. Wow. Monster Rancher EVO on PlayStation 2. Smuggler's Run, PlayStation 2. River King: A Wonderful Journey. Okay, the choices are in. For my second game, starting off the Book of Backlog, my choices are Hitman Contracts on the PlayStation 2, Mucha Lucha, Masqueridas of the Lost Code on Game Boy Advance, Monster Rancher EVO on PlayStation 2, and Smuggler's Run on PlayStation 2, and River King: A Wonderful Journey on PlayStation 2. These options are not nearly as good as the first ones, but I immediately can narrow down. I don't know. I'll definitely take out River King because I tried playing that before. I believe that's the one I tried playing before, and it was awful. So I'll take that one out. I'm honestly torn between Mucha Lucha, because I feel like that might be a quick, easy one to beat. I remember playing that before. That would be a handheld one too. But also Monster Rancher EVO would be cool too. I don't know. Let me check something real quick. Okay, I actually wanted to make sure that 100% I had the game, and I do. It's Mucha Lucha Masters of the Lost Code. It has no cover on it. It's like scratched off. I remember my friend gave it to me. Chris, he actually gave it to me when we were younger. It was like a trade for something. We used to trade games. Okay, I think I'll do that one. It's really weird, I know. Mucha Lucha. It's an old, I forget what channel it was on, but it was an old show. Either Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, something like that. What I'm hoping is, hopefully the game works too, because there's something like that. If the game doesn't work or whatever like that, I'll obviously let you know next time, and I'll have to pick a new game. And I'll still limit it to the other ones, my other options, just to be fair. But, yeah, I'm hoping if it works, it'll be an easy one to go through, and they'll knock that out, and then maybe like next week I'll already be able to switch out anyway. That would be cool. But hey, maybe if enough people get involved, I could do like my next game. I switch out the randomized 5 options people can vote on for which one I should do next. That might be cool too. But yeah, that's it. The 2 games I'll be working on. Hold on. Okay, so to start off the Book of Backlog, the 2 games I'll be working on are Harvest Moon: Another Wonderful Life on the GameCube, and Mucha Lucha, Masqueridas of the Lost Code on the Game Boy Advance. No cover or anything. I'm excited. I'm full of hope now. That could obviously deteriorate. These games obviously aren't painful to play. I played Mucha Lucha, and I don't remember. I enjoyed it back then, but I don't know if it'll be good or not. But still, it should be quick. Should be quick to go through, if all goes well. And yeah, honestly, part of the reason I'm doing this is because recently I haven't been playing any video games. It's been falling out of my priorities because I have so many TV shows I watch, And like from watching from watching Blind Way specifically, there's so many TV shows I keep up with as a result of that kind of keeps me going with that. But nothing has been motivating me to play more video games, and I have so many I need to beat, and I love video games, so this would be a cool way to get back into it and hopefully keep me motivated, and hopefully I can keep updating on it. I don't know to what extent the updates will be. I'll do some sort of video like this each week and just talk about my progress, but obviously I'll leave spoiler warnings for like the spoiler portions, so don't worry about watching it if you're really worried about being spoiled about Mucha Lucha Masquerade as a Lost Code and its complex story. If you're not, I will not be spoiling that without warning. Alright, that's it. Let me know if you have any ideas for the series moving forward, because the rules could always change. I think I'll stick with the 2 games at a time rule, but other than that, if there are enough people interested, like I said, it would be cool if like maybe when a game needs to be switched out, it could be voted on or something like that, but still randomized and whatnot. And I have the book of Backlog that I'll slowly work throughout however long this goes. I'd like to have this as a constant thing, because even if I don't make progress, for whatever reason I can't make progress a week, I can still just do a quick video checking in and be like, boom, didn't make any progress, thanks, bye. And I don't know, it'll be cool. In fact, my New Year's resolution was to experience as much media as possible, TV and video games and all of that, but and movies. TV, I've been holding up my side of the bargain for sure. Movies and video games, not so much, so maybe this will help with one of them. Alright, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, let me know and comment below your thoughts. Absolutely. Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life. Mucha Lucha. That's it. Thanks.